Hello, this is Benjamin with ARI, your website company. The point of this video will be to show you how to make simple changes to your site to generate more leads, capture the attention of your customers, and build loyal trust amongst your community. The first thing that we'll start off with today is a simple principle that you've probably heard before, but maybe not in this context. The website ethos that I follow and I tell all of my dealers to follow when they train with me is a simple one. Get your customer to the item that they're looking for in the least amount of clicks possible. The fewer clicks that you can have to get them to the product or service that they are looking for, the better. Another rule that goes hand in hand with that is called the 5 to 7 second rule. The 5 to 7 second rule is this. A customer lands on your site, starts to dial through one of the menu options they have, whether it be the primary navigation, the offers, or the CTAs, whatever it may be. They start to roll through the options to try to find what they want. If there are too many steps in that process, they are going to leave your site and go elsewhere. So try to keep your average from 1 to 3 clicks to get to the item that the customer is looking for. And the reason it's called the 5 to 7 second rule is that's how long you have to get them to at least a point to show hope that they are going to find what they're looking for on your site. The next thing that we'll talk about, another way that you can generate leads and connect with your community, is to sponsor a local writing group or enthusiast group from your area. If a particular enthusiast group or writing group likes what you do and likes what they see when working with you, word of mouth really does spread quickly. Just as a quick example, I quickly Googled snowmobile riding clubs in my area, and you can see that there's quite a few. There's the Duluth Drift Toppers, there's the Hermantown Knights, there's several that are in the Hermantown and Floodwood area as well. Now, what you'll want to do is simply reach out to the head of one of those groups and simply ask if you can be their official shop for repairs. And also, while you're there, ask them if they are going to plan or operate a charity event in the upcoming season, and see if you can be a sponsor and provide not only money towards the cause, but also provide maybe some free services and maybe some volunteer time from your employees. Now, just for kicks, I went through to the Hermantown Night Riders website, and I thought, how hard is it to get a hold of one of these guys? Quite literally, underneath the Contact Us is the direct contact for the lead individual of their group, and you can send them a direct email from that Contact Us page on their website. So not hard at all. Another part that comes from being the official shop of supporting one of these enthusiast groups is ask them if they can put a permanent statement on both the homepage of their website and if they operate a blog for new members, asking questions, sharing experiences. Also ask them if they can put a permanent logo, link to your site, and short description of what you guys do on both the homepage of their website and if they run an official blog for the members of that group, make sure that you also get mentioned there. Another way that you could connect with your community and become more instantaneously recognizable to people in your area is by sponsoring events outside your normal realm of operation. A good example of this is a local sports store near me actually sponsored a Little League baseball team. The particular Little League baseball team was having trouble affording jerseys for the kids. The particular sports store put through the money, the funds, in order for the kids to get brand new jerseys for that season. And then on any of the printed or digital media for that Little League team, they were mentioned as an official sponsor. Now, obviously, you can contribute in other ways than that, too. If there is a local art show in your area, if there's any type of large event, contact whoever is coordinating it and try to become a part of it. One of the particular ways to draw in a crowd with a little bit more money in their pockets is to sponsor a local dramatic performing arts group. These particular individuals are known usually for having a little bit deeper pockets. Another way in which you can really get your name out there and get people to have more instant recognition of your business is to have one of your staff members try to join the local chamber of commerce for your town. You can also Other than becoming a member, you can also ask for an honorable mention on their business's page. Now, specifically, what is an honorable mention? An honorable mention is nothing more than the name of your business, a link to your website, and a simple explanation of who you are, how long you've been in business, and why you are an important part of your community. With the membership to a Chamber of Commerce, you not only get the support and wisdom from older businesses in the area, but you also get cued into low-cost marketing and advertising strategies that you would not otherwise know about. Plus, in the time of emergency or tough times, other businesses that are members of the Chamber of Commerce will often step forward to help you out if they can. Now, with all the changes that I'm proposing, what is our end goal? Our end goal is to make the name of your business a household name. Here's a good example. Joe is new to town. He was given a really old mower secondhand. The guy that gave it to him said it works fine, but he wants a new one. Joe gets halfway done mowing his backyard when the mower quits and it simply won't start. Now, Joe knows next to nothing about mowers, but he pulls out a screwdriver and manages to remove the air filter. The air filter is absolutely filthy. Joe can figure out that this is pretty much his problem. Now, he could go through and order one online today, but then he would have to pay shipping, he would have to wait for it to come in, and he wouldn't get the lawn done today, and this is the only open time the week that he has to do it. He looks over into his neighbor's yard and asks his neighbor, "Hey, where locally can I get an air filter for this mower?" You want that neighbor's reply to be the name of your store. All the changes that I've gone through so far, and the changes that will come in this video, are trying to make the name of your business a household name in your local area. The next thing I'd like to talk about is force indexing your site with Google. After your site you have with us goes live, Google will go through the process of indexing your site, which, in short, simplifying it greatly, chooses where Google is going to rank you when someone searches for something, a service or a product you offer on your site. Force indexing your site is a process of looking up Google Search Console, registering your website on the Google Search Console, taking an HTML tag that Google gives you, putting it in the header and footer of your site. After that process and a few more steps, Google will send out a digital bot that will crawl through every single page on your site. It will use a combination of metadata, keywords, and content that you have on your site to decide where to rank you when someone searches for something in your area. If you do not force index your site and let the process happen organically, it can take about 2 weeks for your site to actually show up in a basic Google search. Now, obviously, you want to attract customers as fast as possible because you've put all this money, effort, and time into this beautiful looking, well-functioning site from us. Earlier, I spoke of metadata and keywords. Now, the importance of metadata and keywords used to be a lot more important. In fact, that was the only thing that Google considered when attempting to rank your site amongst other similar businesses in your area and compared to other businesses worldwide. The problem is people got caught putting metadata in invisible colored text or same colored text in the actual picture backgrounds of the site. This way, they would put in metadata and keywords that had absolutely nothing to do with what they were selling or the services they offered. So as a way to combat this, Google actually said, no, we are going to use machine learning and a set of bots to use a combination of metadata, keywords, and all of the elements that both we add to your site and custom elements and text and pictures and other content that you add to your site to rank you. Now, if you do want to change your metadata and keywords and physically manipulate them, you definitely can. You can go into Site and Pages. Once you get to the page list, you'll select the page that you would like to manipulate that metadata or keywords for. In this case, let's just use the home page. Now, before you actually go in and click on Edit on your main page asset, text asset, by going over and clicking on Edit, scroll down and you can see the 3 elements that can use to control your ranking with Google with more power: your HTML title tag, your meta description, and meta keywords. Now, as it sits when your site is built out, it has pre-optimized keywords and description. Now, the description you see here is not the full meta description or meta keywords. However, the set of meta description and keywords that we use is a trade secret. So when you change over to your own custom meta description and keywords, you are losing the power of the already pre-optimized data sets that we have. So do this in extreme caution. Before you decide to go with a custom meta description and keywords on pages like your home page, your services page, and your inventory pages, I would highly suggest that you search out how to choose good keywords on YouTube and find some good instructions on how to choose the best meta description, keywords, and HTML tag text in order to bring in more traffic into your site once it has indexed. Whether you do it organically and let it happen naturally within that 2-week span, or whether you force index your site. Now, I realize that I only glossed over how to force index your site. An email that I send out after my initial level 1 training that some of you may have will tell you how to get to the Google console and register your domain with Google console, letting Google know essentially that you've made a new website, and then how to generate those HTML tags that you would insert in your header and footer in order to start the process of force indexing your site. There are a few ways in which you can not only keep your customers coming back to your site on a regular basis, but also keep the bots that Google uses happy. The main thing that I want to stress is making changes often to your site. They don't have to be large changes. Simple things like maybe changing out your background of the homepage of your site in order to fit with a seasonal theme. Changing up these offers on a regular basis as new deals from manufacturers come out, or changing the focus to seasonal items like snow blowers, or towards the summer or fall, leaf blowers and chainsaws. Changing out the CTAs and the items in the product groups are all small changes that you can make in order to keep people coming back and keep the bots at Google happy. One of the things that you can do to really appease your customers is to have a newsletter page. On the newsletter, you can put out a weekly bulletin. This can be talking about deals you've got going on at the shop, special sales. It can be talking about events that you have scheduled in the up and coming future that you're going to be present at. So if people want to stop in and say hello, they can do that. And it can be any news. If you're a smaller shop, it can be news about your family members or the current lake or mountain conditions. The other thing that I have seen bring a lot of people into sites is having a dedicated video page. On that videos page, you can either post YouTube videos of people using the equipment that they bought from you and are happy with it. Maybe even if they want to go so far as to post a video review. But I've also seen it used for typical repairs. For instance, to many of your surprises, I'm sure, not everybody knows how to change the air filter on a standard push mower. If you want to include basic repairs that people can do themselves from home, that they don't need to come in and see you to do, you can post a video about that. I would say if you're going to go that route, take the most common repairs for the 5 top selling pieces of equipment that you have and make some simple videos about it. They don't have to be anything fancy. They don't have to be long. As long as they include the content to do the job and to do it fully, it's fine. They don't even need to include audio. You could simply have text up on the screen as your technician goes through and does the repair, things like that. If you do want to talk about charity events or other competitions that maybe you have sponsored riders in or something of that nature that you or your staff are going to be present at, there is a dedicated tool of the editor that not everyone knows about that can give all of your customers that come to your site basic information of when it is, what date it's on, what's going to go on, what organizations are going to be involved, and the basic name and start time of the event. To access this tool called the Events tool, you can go back to your dashboard. Within Structured Content, you would go down to Events. Once you reach the Events page, it's pretty easy to do. You would first add a new group. Now, a group is a group of events. In other words, let's say you have specific events to fall, spring, summer, or maybe you have events based on types of equipment, like you host or are a part of lawnmower races, or you're part of snowmobile races. You can call the groups of events whatever you want. The easiest way to go about it is to do it by the season. So you would go new group. Once you have that group up, you can retitle the group. So let's call this Summer Events. Owner, you'll want to leave it as all sites, just in case in the future you do buy a secondary site with us. It will display on both of your domains that you are having us host. Group description could be something like, these are all of our summer events. And then start listing out your events. Click on New Event. You can give your event a title. So let's just call this Open Summer Boat Race. Start date and time. Let's say it starts 2 days from now. And you'd go through, provide the end date, and provide a basic description of the event. You can include HTML in this particular area, as you can see. So if you want a direct link to a YouTube video of last year's event, or you want to put in a link to a page with more detail, such as an event center where you're going to host a boat show or something of that nature, you certainly can. Before I close out this video, I would simply like to remind you all of something. We are here to help. When you're going through any of these suggested changes, if you need us, we are here. And there are multiple ways that you can get help. If your site is not yet live, you can reach out to your implementation specialist. You can also get a hold of our technical support, which that phone number and email can be found on your screen now, right here. You can reach out to myself directly, and then after your site goes live, you can reach out to your account manager. Your account manager's information, once you're on your dashboard, will be at the bottom of this first column, and that info will be right here. You can also reach out to our tech support, as I already pointed out. If you are running into a situation if you either don't know how to make a change, or you simply don't have time to, you can request that we do it for you. In this second column, the third or fourth box down, will be request update. You can request that we make a change for you. Just make sure that your request is very detailed and very specific. And of course, if you guys want, in your editor, to the left of your business name right here will be a spot that says Help Center. The Help Center will jump you to this page. On the far left, I have spent the last 4.5 years of my career, both with my team, typing up these step-by-step articles with pictures, as well as filming quite a few video tutorials that you can find underneath the video tutorials here. For the CMS editor, you can find video tutorials here, and anything for your new e-commerce integration that you have can be found underneath the e-commerce tool here. Finally, in closing, I would like to say thank you very much for your time in watching this video. It means a lot to me. And until I see all of you again or talk to you, I'd like to wish you all well. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.